And it's the NewsAngl, bitch. Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Dick.
And it's your girl CJ.
And I'm frightened. It's Brandi.
Me and Brandi was like, oh my god.
He sounded like he was trying to like sell us a newspaper from like the 1930s. Like,
Extracts.
read
Read all about
it. Hey, mister, did you get your... Whoa.
It's only a nickel. A nickel.
Yes, it's only a nickel.
Just a nickel.
I know you have a nickel. Do you know how much coffee is
Like,
each day? You have a nickel.
I don't
Could you
understand
imagine, like,
how.
I'll be so rich back then. Like,
Oh
what
my
the
God!
fuck?
What? Can you imagine going back then, but being white? Okay, because we know how time travel is.
Yeah, we
now.
know how time.
But
Yeah,
going back then,
right.
and we're white, and you have like $1,000, bitch.
Man,
You could be like a Rothschild.
like seriously, a cup of coffee was like, what was that? Like they had like half a penny. Like,
Oh
remember?
my God!
I don't know
Yeah.
what half a penny is.
A half a cent.
Half a cent. Like I was like, oh,
6
okay.
pence, none the richer.
Like, no, they're from Texas. Did you know that?
They are?
I think for New Braunfels or something like that.
Oh shit, New
I wanna
Braunfels
say,
what?
or something like that. Yeah.
That's where Schlitterbahn is at. Remember
Oh
Schlitterbahn?
yes, Schlitterbahn. Oh my god.
That sounds like a damn dessert. Like
it does. It kind of does.
like a buttery ass
Schlitterbahn.
Cinnabon.
It does sound like it's good. It sounds like it's a little gooey.
Yeah, with Schlitterbahn. It's
I'm
the
done.
Schlitter that sounds really.
Not a schlitter. I'm
that
done.
is the part though.
Oh my god.
That's dewy.
So news today. There isn't too much craziness going on. Like, oh, did you know NASA was using this like powerful ass supercomputer with an AI to map Earth's trees? And they discovered,
surprising.
yeah, they discovered like billions of trees in West Africa in the drylands. So basically, there's going to be white people in your land, West Africa, about to take them trees. What? Why are y'all laughing?
It was the way you said it, girl.
Like, look out, West Africa.
Let's look at West
Yeah,
Africa.
right.
all about
That's how she said it.
White
That's
folks
how
coming
she
to
said
your
it.
neck of the woods.
Breaking news, West Africa.
I
Watch
mean,
the fuck out.
So like they said they mapped like 1.8 billion trees across the area there within like,
Okay, for what? Like, yeah, there's a lot of trees everywhere. What the
yeah,
fuck
but
is that?
it's West Africa. It's supposed to be the dry land, so there shouldn't be that much trees, I think. Originally. So that means that the atmosphere is changing somewhere.
Oh,
You know what I'm
global
saying?
warming?
Yeah. So
That's a
it's-
good baby.
But I mean, look, here's the thing. I really fear for things like this because whenever they discover shit, they send a whole bunch of white scientists up there and they fucking destroy it.
So finger fuck it. That's what they do.
Oh
All this
my
finger
God.
fucking shit.
Just
Fucking shit.
And it's his
out.
face when they do it. It's his face when they do it. His face. No lips.
that fucking no lip. I hate that shit. I can't stand it. They really do make that face.
And you gotta
It's
inhale
interesting.
between your teeth. You gotta...
Stop doing that noise. I hate that shit. Oh my god. I was editing the one that you guys did the first time the other day. I was like, oh, like it's so good.
I cannot believe we were killing that too.
Oh my god, it was terrible. It was just fucking terrible. Like I was like, no, thank you.
What the fuck was that noise?
I don't know.
Brandi
She's
is
like,
so calm down. Holy shit.
And then she's like, ah.
Oh, is that fucking? This is not the sex angle. This is the news angle, guys.
we're okay. Yeah, we're back on it. Yeah, Africa
Yeah,
news
sorry.
got it.
African
Africa,
news.
yeah.
God, we'll
West
save the
Africa.
Sibian for the sex angle. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, exactly. What's another one? Oh, so we on our regular angle, we just kind of talked about. So the COVID case numbers are going up a little bit, not a little bit, a lot
On
of
a
it.
Tuesday.
A lot of it. So people are like, I guess they are running trials on the COVID like vaccines right now.
I know someone who's on one. Who's on?
Yeah, they're doing trials, and I think
With
some
them
people are
doing
getting
trials,
paid
is
for
the
it
vaccine
as well.
guilty? What is happening?
So like they're not. So it's a 2-part
It took a
dosage.
minute. It's like-
Demetrius's face was priceless. This is why you have to watch us on YouTube. Because Demetrius's face in that moment,
I
everything
just
was
saw
connecting.
like when teachers are like,
saw
your gears are turning. Like
Or like that gift that has like all of the math equations going past her head. That's what just happened to him. He was like, what?
he'll be okay. He'll be okay. But no, so there's like a vaccine that's out. That's a 2-part vaccine. You have to take part of it and then come back for the second second half.
Mhm.
But people are saying that a lot of people may not come back for the second half because the side effects are shitty. Like
Does it
nausea,
give you the COVID?
basically,
Like the
like
flu
some
shot?
people are going through flu-like symptoms that are like
Yeah.
hardcore. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, I don't like a 2-part vaccine is probably not the best thing if it's gonna be a hardcore like side effect. Like give us something that we can like get sick, because some people get sick off of flu vaccines too.
Oh, I'm
But
one of them. I thought I was
right,
gonna
but
die
you
last
can,
time.
but you'll probably live from it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I don't know. I'm not a vaccine type of person, so it's just.
I'm into old school vaccines. Like if it's that shit that's been around forever and everybody's been taking it,
Well, it's
one
I
thing.
mean, they
But if
haven't
it's like
changed
some
much
shit
about
hot
it.
off the press, I'm not really one to
Well, here's
jump
the
on
thing.
that.
So typically vaccines take 5 to 10 years to make. They're doing
That's
this in
what
less
I've
than a
heard.
year. And that's why I have a problem. Like there's not enough trials.
We're gonna end up with some fucking kids that look like those
Mutations, like
animorphs. Like something's gonna
I'm
fuck up.
afraid that it's going to be something like a side effect that's going to look like polio or something for people in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not enough trial and error going on. Like it's just like these vape fucking machines that came out for people to quit smoking, and nobody knows what the side effects are going to be in 20 years. Smoking vape.
Well, we seeing side effects right now. They're getting popcorn lung and dying and shit.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Damn.
Yeah,
I think those are the guys who are doing those extreme vaping, right? Where they're like putting.
I think any vaping you're susceptible to that shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because your lung isn't supposed to take in that much, moisture.
They need to get back to
with oils and
fast
shit.
Tobacco.
That old school,
you can smoke. Like what the fuck is all this other
old
shit?
school tobacco without the filters, actually, just the leaves, is way healthier than regular tobacco.
I believe it
Like,
because
it's
there's
not
chemicals and all type of shit.
If it's just leaves without
Shards
all
of
the other
glass.
shit in there, because
did you say shards of glass?
They do. They put like these like fiberglass in it if you're smoking menthol.
All these fillers.
So there's like what 200 carcinogens in a cigarette. Like it's not any better than bacon. The bacon is just as bad. But I know I don't want to scare anybody with that one. But it's just I don't know. The side effects of the COVID vaccine is probably not going to bring anybody back. And here's another thing. I was talking to Rob about this, and I think we have maybe mentioned Elon Musk. Elon Musk took 4 tests for COVID.
Like back to back?
Back to back, four of them. 2 of them came back positive. 2 of them came back negative.
I think you told me that.
Yes. So here's the new one. Erykah Badu took 2 of them at the same time. 1 in her left nostril, 1 in her right nostril. Guess what happened? 1 was positive and 1 was negative. Nostrils.
You know what?
Well, he was the president or the king or some shit. What country? Oh, he's the president
in Africa,
of Tanzania.
Yeah, with the ghosts.
And he tested in fruits and they came out positive.
So here's my thing. Like,
so
I don't think
that's what I'm hearing.
These tests are not accurate. They have been. Remember in the beginning we were talking about how they said they had a bad batch of tests go out and that's why it was not accurate. I don't think they improved any of it.
No,
to be honest. I think they just kept going.
Because it costs too much what?
Money. And if anything, they're probably trying to focus on a quick fix vaccine because they know these people are thirsty to get back to normal.
Listen, and that's why
they will pay to be free.
And so the other part is that a bunch of doctors and nurses are going to social media on their own right now and asking people to stay away from groups of people during the holidays. Because they're seeing it firsthand at their work. You know what I'm saying? Because they're working in the medical field. And they're like, even if your governor doesn't shut down your place, you should probably have like minimum people at your place partying. Like, it's probably not a good idea. Like,
you know what I think is a good idea that a lot of people are doing here for Thanksgiving?
What?
People are doing deliveries to their family members.
Honestly, if my mom didn't stay here and decide to cook, I totally was going to be like on that kick with just myself or to do that to somebody else.
Yeah,
because it's like, why even try to have this big old gathering or like a Friendsgiving or whatever? It's like, hell no. I was honestly going to pick up some food myself, like from somebody that already had something pre-made just because of the back and forth you're doing from gathering the supplies to cook.
Right.
Because if you cook like us, we go in a million stores to get all these fucking ingredients.
Oh yeah,
for-
I'm about
for
to get
one
off
meal.
of this and go to Kroger in the middle of the night where there's nobody there though.
That's the time to go.
They're open till 1
You can't even go.
a.m.
You can't even go super early to places no more because people be lined up.
No,
You gotta
because
go
so the
late.
super early hours now, a lot of days are for elderly, pregnant women and immunodeficient people.
Yeah, that's how they
So
do
you
it
can't
here.
even shop at 7 o'clock anymore. Because I used to do that at the beginning of this. Remember? Like I would get up at 6 and go to Tom Thumb and shit like that. Which I'm gonna go tonight and see if they have toilet paper. Because I ain't trying to be toilet paperless. There's 3 females in this house. We can't be. We can't.
No, you definitely need the toiletries.
That's a lot of ass.
It's a lot of
wiping.
wops.
You know what though? What's still amazing to me is that the toilet paper is gone, but none of the fucking ladies' napkins, tampons.
Oh no!
are
I
missing.
started investing in like the honey pot product. Shout out to Black owned.
Yes.
But yeah, even if you did like Summer's Eve or any of that shit is not like flying off the shelves. Pads and tampons, all that shit is fully the Diva cups, girl. That
Like
stuff's out
how?
there. I'm like, are y'all not? What y'all doing?
'Cause my first
what
thing
y'all doing
is-
for y'all period?
If they shut it down, if they shut it down all the way.
They're using the toilet paper.
Oh my
That has
god.
to explain everything.
No, because if they shut it down all the way and they're like, hey, you can't leave your house for 2.5 weeks and somebody's period starts, like what you about to do?
Toilet
Like,
paper. Got plenty
Nah,
of that.
nigga, that shit is not okay.
Put a
But so
whole
here's the
roll.
thing. So my governor, Abbott, is
Just
not
stuff it in.
shutting Texas down. We have the highest number. It's Houston, number 1, Houston, and then Tarrant County, which is Fort Worth and Arlington area, and then Dallas, which is all number 2 and number 3 is all the places I frequent in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And the governor's like, I'm not shutting anything down. Like all of our places are at 75% capacity, which you might as well do 100 with that shit. It doesn't even look like it's less when you go into stores and restaurants. And so my thing is like, I think people should probably heed the messages from the doctors and the
No,
nurses
because that's
who are-
infringing on my rights.
Shut the fuck
Let's take heed. Shall I proceed? Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
Oh my god. I can't.
Ratchet.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if people don't really like buckle down this season, it's just gonna be a repeat every fucking year. You guys, it's been a year.
I still can't believe it.
I
Me neither.
just saw
you
an
remember when we-
anniversary meme the other day. I'm about to
It's
post
been a
it.
year.
It's
I
been
can't
a
believe that shit.
year since one of the first cases was discovered of COVID. A
Like
year.
that's
I'm so sad. I'm so
You.
sad. Dude, like I'm not about to miss out on Halloween again. I'm sorry. This is not okay
listen,
for me.
and that's also what I'm worried about with as we go into, like you said, another year of this and we'll go on our breaks. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna make it another year because people barely made it this year. I think next year would be anarchy because they're not people.
Oh,
gonna
you
be
mean
on
the
some shit.
purge?
Yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna be on some shit. Like if I die, I die. They are not going to care. It's gonna be like you said. Halloween gonna be popping. Weddings gonna be popping. People ain't gonna care because they're gonna be like, you can't stop us all. And then boom, martial law.
Now you can't stop as a fucking Naruto run into weddings.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back for another.
We'll be
few
back.
minutes there.
We'll be
Yes.
We be back.
Oh my god.
And we back.
Hey. And our
Okay,
second
get
half.
into the sad story.
What? Oh yeah, a little sad story before we get into the actual gossip of celebrityism. I think a lot of people saw this viral story where the black teen, his name is Jamal Hinton, and this white grandma, Wanda Dench, accidentally sent him like a text message and was like, "You're gonna come over for Thanksgiving?" And he was like, "Who are you?" And she was like, "It's your grandma." And he was like, "Send me a picture." And this white lady pops up on his phone. It was like, I mean,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
And he was basically like, "You're not my grandma, but can I get a plate?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's what grandmas do." So they started this tradition in 2016 to go to their house. Like he goes to her house to have Thanksgiving. This year, unfortunately, her husband passed away apparently. And so the very last picture of the thread was them sitting together having dinner, but her husband's picture in a frame. I was like,
And it's just like heartbreaking.
it was
It's-
very heartbreaking. Like,
But I love stories like that. It reminds me of that one where like someone got the wrong text about somebody being in labor or something. So they went to the hospital and then like basically all the niggas showed up and I was like,
Yes.
I love this so much.
That was the most hood birth giving.
It was so good. there, and the little Amy's just laying down like, hey, and the baby's there, and I'm like, I love that y'all let them stay, and I love that you wanted to stay.
There
Like,
was a wedding one like that too.
I loved it. I would do it. Let somebody send me the wrong text. We in there.
I would show up. I'll be like, who
We're showing up.
Who
I
wedding is
get
this?
a text message every year,
Mm-hmm.
and I never have the heart to tell them they got the wrong number because I think I'm a part of a group chat
Oh, I had one for like
or a
for
group text,
while.
and then I get Christmas pictures every year of this family. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? But I always reply with Merry Christmas.
You still let it go. You should ask for a plate and see if you can do this shit.
I don't even know what these people are. They're probably not even here. It doesn't look like they're in Nevada.
I used to be in a group chat with a whole like 3 white dudes, and they thought I was Gary.
What?
For months.
And they would hit you up like every
2 years.
time.
And finally, they were going on and on so long that I got irritated. I was like, hey guys, I'm not Gary. Like, it was to the point that I was getting phone calls from like insurance companies looking for Gary. Like, he changed his number but didn't tell nobody, basically. And like, I was like, what the fuck is all of this? But the dudes were like, they were talking about going canoeing and shit. I was like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm black. I'm female. I'm not going.
Listen, that kind of
saying.
freaks me. Like, I want to. Part of me really wants to. And go down a really nice little river, and there's mountains on each side, and the other part of me is like, bitch, I want to live.
I can't go. I
gotta roll deep with a bunch of people
Just
that I know how to do it. Like when I go tubing, I make sure I'm with like 20 Mexicans.
right, that part.
We go deep.
Go deep. Anyway, let's get this started with the gossips for the celebrity news and whatever else you got, girl. Let's go.
Good night.
I was like, hello.
Okay, hurry up. Sorry, we moms and stuff. So
Is that PJ? Good night,
you already
PJ.
know. Good night.
Hey, PJ.
Good night, PJ. We so loud for no reason.
And we are very loud. What are you? Didn't you just say you was putting up stuff for food? Now you getting liquids?
Not liquids. He thirsty.
You act like
Mom.
you still pissing in the bed. Damn.
I know, right? He's not, right? It's like PJ's 27. He's 27
He's
years
fine.
old.
He's fine.
Just in fun throwback news, Tiffany from I Love New York, also from originally Flavor Flav, announced that she is engaged, which is amazing. Right. Your face is so yes, she's engaged. She recently had like a reunion, so please check that out just for all of the nostalgia feels, because I have to just to laugh because I still remember some of the contestants like Mr. Boston and Jennifer Hudson's man was one of the contestants, her ex-fiance.
My favorite thing that I learned from New York, because my Asian ass, was when she was walking around talking about she's the HBIC.
Oh, bless
you. That was the best. I was like, bitch, me too. Like,
and she was like, to me, it was the original celebrity reality queen. I'm like
bad bitch is reality for real.
You can't talk about like anybody and not bring her up when it comes to that. So congratulations, Tiffany.
You saw her?
Oh, you did?
Yeah. She's a lot tinier than I thought she was.
I think that's what it always happens that way on celebrity. Like, I always see people, like, when I see celebrities, I'm like, they look so much taller on TV.
Oh, no, they're so small.
So tiny.
These people are small. Some people I've ran into at different parties, I'm like, you are like 5'4" and
you're tiny.
Yo, check this shit. So there's this, I get a phone call from one of the front desk agents. They're like, there's this really upset guest. He's upset. He was upset at some, like, I think it was a rate. He had a rate issue. His rate was incorrect. So I go out there and he's like going in on the front desk agent, like, yeah, he wouldn't even try to help me. And I was like, I'm so sorry. We're gonna get this, fixed for you or whatever.
Right.
So I look at the ID and I see the name is different, but the name on the reservation is like Bizarre. But then I see the ID, I'm like, shut the fuck up. So the name obviously on the reservation was an alias. It was fucking Corey Feldman.
Oh,
get
shit.
out of here.
I'm being scolded by
we gonna leave him alone because he done been through a lot now.
He done been through some shit, but I was
he was
understandably upset, but he did not like the guy that was checking him out.
Oh.
I was like, I'm so sorry, we're gonna get this fixed. And it was a mistake, not on the agent's part, it was just a system error. So I got it fixed. But he was not happy.
Too.
And he's tiny. So I'm like, in conclusion, tiny. a lot of them are tiny.
They're tiny.
He's like 5'5".
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
We had some new music drop. When I promote new music, it's definitely going to be what I use in the gym and what I just think is fly. So Meg
wow.
the motherfucking Stallion, she's going on my Mount Rushmore of artists that I just like. She's
Yes.
definitely chiseling up there because the album's ridiculous to listen to, especially if you just want to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, we see your knees popping on Instagram.
Listen, when she said, bitch, if you love your body, take off your clothes. I'm like, you know what, Meg? I just may have to. Only for OnlyFans, though. Don't take off your clothes for free. Come on now.
No, hell no.
But she dropped a new album. I loved it. Danny Lay is an artist who's like known, but I still kind of feel like a bit under the radar. And I didn't know she was one of like Prince's proteges. Kind of on the low tip. So I was like, maybe that's why I kind of like your sound. She's been out for a minute, but it's kind of like groups like the Internet and some other people that I feel like make big waves, but they're not the super mainstream, so you're not going to hear from them. So I'm going to tell you guys to check them out, and segueing that into the AMAs, which was actually held with a live audience. The American Music Awards was hosted by Taraji P. Henson, who looked amazing and everything that she had on. I was to be 50, like, so really, really, really cool to see her. Yes.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
She looks amazing. Amazing. And then we had winners in different categories, like for favorite male artist, The Weeknd won. Favorite male album, he won for that too. And favorite R&B and soul song. Now, I did find it interesting that for soul R&B, Doja Cat won against people like Summer Walker. Listen, against people like Summer Walker and Janae Aiko. And I'm like, Janae was robbed. Because although I wasn't a huge fan of this album, it's Janae. You talking about soul R&B?
You know what it is, though?
What?
It comes down to, are you
who's there?
Black famous or white famous?
Well, why you playing? And Doja's white famous all day.
All day.
So she won for that, and she won for new artist of the year, which I was just like, how did you beat fucking Megan? Like, because between Savage remix with Beyonce, and then between WAP, which Megan did win an award for,
right?
I'm just like, that was really weird to me.
Even,
it was weird. But in another weird moment, I guess it's been 20 years since Country Grammar, so Nelly got to perform.
Oh shit, 20 years?
And how you perform a melody of songs and you put hot in here? How dare you?
He didn't put hot in here in there.
He didn't, but Nelly still very much looks good. He didn't. He still looks good. What I noticed about a lot of the newer artists when they're putting in work for their performances for the AMAs, and y'all can look it up on YouTube, they are doing a better job, I feel, with the restrictions because of quarantine, putting on shows than they would have just, okay, we're doing this in front of the audience. And I've really been enjoying some of the performance I saw, but Nelly was a little dry, and I'm like, I don't know if that's because you're a rapper and maybe they don't do as much because they're not singers. They typically don't have a lot of dancers. It's a different vibe. I don't know.
I think so.
But it was weird. And then I thought it was a little weird that you didn't have like the other 4 niggas that was with you. Like, what happened to the dude in the mask and Murphy Lee? Where are they at? Like, those were the people. Those were the St. Lunatics with you. Like, where
been done.
I'm like, I at least would have pulled a Beyonce. It's like, all right, you can come up every once in a while on stage if I got like a anniversary
come on,
show.
Kelly, come on, Michelle.
Yeah, and then y'all go back into obscurity where I left you. The biggest highlight from the show was people dragging Jennifer Lopez for filth. Now, I will say this before we get into it. Jennifer Lopez looked fucking phenomenal, 51 years old, snatched to death. Amazing. However, the first thing I thought about when I saw how she looked was, this is giving me Beyonce, who opened the Grammys in that outfit, in hair, probably that same wig, 2014. And then because the internet is messy and we love them for it, they actually put together a clip.
Oh no, they did.
J-Lo performing, but they dubbed over "Drunken Love," and it's perfect. So I have to show you. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can look it up, or you can just watch it.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen Beyonce's in 2014, just look up the 2014 performance from the Grammys.
Oh my god, it was.
I mean, the hair, the outfit, the dancing, the lighting.
It's pretty ridiculous. Like, the memes were coming out because J-Lo, like. Sorry, they do the Soldier Boy one. But copy my old slow. But she was, here's what I'm hoping this was an instance where you're so in your own zone, you maybe didn't connect the dots from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and your styling team knew what's up, but you just went along with it. because the outfit she wore was something she wore in the video, but it was the hair in the stage setting. Now this is Jennifer.
Right.
The fact
Oh, that's Jennifer?
Yes.
This is Jennifer.
But it's the exact same outfit and look that Beyonce did 6 years ago. I mean, it's just...
It's pretty, but you know what? I always appreciate Black Twitter for calling it out, because this has been going on for decades, even with people of color in our own like POC communities. We've always said that there's like a hierarchy, and you got Black and then y'all stack on top. So when you're any type of Hispanic or whatever, you're still getting that closer to white. I feel like Jennifer has always, her whole career played up to whoever was going to give her them checks. So if I'm with Diddy, I'm hip hop girl. If I'm with Ben, I'm a Hollywood starlet.
Right.
I'm made in Manhattan, and then, you know, get with somebody who's Latino, and I'm this now.
She got a whole bunch of
and I
Spanish
can't
CDs
completely right. And I can't completely hate on it because it's been working for her, and I can't argue with results. I don't respect
but I
it.
just think that, you know,
yeah.
You know what though? If you're that famous and that much of a superstar, you have to have somebody on your team that can go, girl, you don't want to do this.
Like who?
Like if you are surrounded by yes men, yeah, if you only have yes men, then you are fucking up your own career, because this drag, look at J-Lo gets dragged every few years. Let's not forget her saying nigga. Let's not forget about her. Like,
but I will
you know
say J-Lo's never fully been canceled. Yes, she gets dragged every couple of years, but I noticed something about her. We don't like full out cancel her.
You know why? Because she's been around too long. The people who care about J-Lo's music is not the cancel culture kids. That's what you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Yeah. Like I've never had my 16-year-old
You're totally right. They're not like J-Lo's.
No, like I've never had my 16-year-old kid be like, oh my God, did you hear J-Lo's new music? Like, it's not going to happen. They
don't care.
We're listening to it. That's why we're like, it's the same reason why Chris Brown never got canceled all the way. Can you imagine if
why are you playing? Listen, and I'm just saying, after listening to the Indigo album, I can't cancel him.
Right.
Can't cancel.
You know what I'm saying?
album was too good. Can't cancel.
See? So it's a you know who we need to
meme, and it was a picture of Rihanna. And it said one of Chris Brown's greatest hits. And I was like, that is so fucked up.
Oh my
it
God.
is.
That is so fucked up.
But he'll never live that down. He'll never live that down. He's never
gonna. I mean, I joke about it all the time.
Had the mugshot. Oh yeah, I joke about it too. Like if I get a really good deal on something, I'm like, oh, you can't beat that with Chris Brown's hands. Like
the other night, the other night we were picking up the kids, and I was like, how hyped do you think Heather is from One to Chris Brown? Like everybody knew.
Or even on TikTok, PJ told me on TikTok, they'll like. If there was some skit where a girl did something to her boyfriend, and I guess she didn't think she could get hit by it, so then like the boy in the TikTok went to a Chris Brown song where it was like, I woke up Chris Breezy, basically like I'll whoop your ass, and I was just like, oh my God. And then when my son, because he didn't get it at first, he came to me, he was like, he goes, does Chris Brown beat up girls or something?
Oh yeah. Listen, when I was talking, I think I was talking to Rob, I don't know if I was talking to y'all, I saw a meme about Snoop Dogg, and somebody had made about him making and cooking with fucking Betty Crocker or whatever, Martha Stewart. Betty Crocker. Martha, I don't know, white people are all the same. Betty Crocker, Martha Stewart. But anyway, so I saw this meme, and the dude below it, he, obviously our generation, he was like, y'all realize there's a generation of kids out there that don't know Snoop Dogg was in prison on death row for a minute for killing a nigga? Like,
well, they don't know. They don't. He's so commercial and friendly now.
Oh my God.
Like in living rooms, it's nothing to be afraid of. And a lot of those kids also don't realize that rap really did come from, for other people, not for us.
Right.
But for them, it was scaring people. Like NWA, like presidents were, what was it, Bush or who was it that was really like going off about NWA and putting restrictions? And then I think when it went into Clinton administration, that's when they started coming out, well, you got to censor these CDs and the TV shows.
Yep.
This was a huge deal. Hip hop was definitely causing a lot of controversy, and people were scared.
When Ice-T started acting, like Ice Cube too.
I think the first thing I saw him,
friendly dad now.
Oh my God, he is like
everybody uncle.
Ever since that, are you there yet?
Are we there yet?
Yeah, he's that guy now. But it's the same thing when I watch watching Power Book 2, which isn't too bad for those that want to get into it, and seeing someone like Method Man play a lawyer, and I'm just
so weird. So
What?
weird. I guess get your
Like,
money, boo boo. Like, get your money.
love it though.
Can we before we go, because it's about to go off again, but have you guys seen that weird FB ad with Paris Jackson singing?
No.
Michael Jackson's daughter, alleged daughter.
Girl,
Yeah,
do this.
alleged,
Yeah, do
quote
this.
unquote. It is terrible. Just I hope you guys go look it up if you haven't heard it. Like I was reading like the comments. It just sounds terrible. And I don't know if she's trying to ride the coattails or whatever, but it's not working. She just nigga. You guys haven't heard it? I need to
No,
find
because we
it.
don't care.
Oh my god, I gotta find it. It comes
No,
up
don't
on
share
my,
that with me. I'm
it
okay.
comes up on my Facebook every 30 seconds. I shit you not.
Well,
Now-
great. Since you mentioned it, it's gonna pop up
It's
on
gonna
ours
come
now.
I
up
know,
on
right now my
yours.
phone's gonna be like, you know what time it is?
Listening.
Paris Jackson time.
Listening. Speaking of musicians, this one's a real one. Demi Lovato. I don't know why, because I was telling Brandi, she's starting to look like Demi Moore now, and she didn't
I
believe
think
it. Look.
it's in the name.
No, maybe it is.
It's every Demi.
It's because look, here's that's Demi Lovato, right? Right? And
Is it?
then did you see it? You got it? And then like I don't know, and they starting to like look like each other. It's like really creepy.
In the
By the
name,
way.
I'm telling you.
I don't see it. I just think you're doing like white girl for white girl with dark
No.
hair and saying they look like Amy Lee too. Like you're throwing them
No,
all
look,
together.
Amy Lee look nothing like this. What are you talking
I don't
about?
feel like they look anything
I think
alike.
they do. I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know if it was the angle on that one because usually Demi Lovato has a wider square jaw, but in that picture.
But I
it was
will
just
say
like-
between wigs and makeup, what I've seen people do, even with Kylie, who's got clear work done, her in pictures versus her in videos is so different.
that shit is funny. And Kylie's another one who's pulling a J-Lo and trying to look like Beyonce all the time too. Like, I don't know
Listen.
what that is.
She's trying to look like her sisters.
Yeah, I was like, how are you trying to look like Kim and you're white, like
Exactly.
full white?
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
No Armenian in you, honey. You is
Nothing.
white.
White. It's just terrible.
White.
And I'm like, huh?
what
You
else-
look
what
more
else
like
you
Kim
got?
than Kim. No, that's it. We gonna
That
move
was
on to
it?
this sex.
Let's wrap it up. If you've enjoyed our news angle thus far, make sure you subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. If you hear anything that's weird that we missed, maybe send us an email or DM. Our email is thetriangl@gmail. That's TH3TRIANGL@gmail.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, comment, all of that.
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
get us to 1,000 people so we can
Please
do more for you
subscribe
guys.
so we can
okay?
cure coronavirus. You got to get us to
I can't stand
that's
you.
the cure, getting us to 1,000
Oh my
subscribers.
God. I don't know if that's the truth. Don't listen to her too much. But anyway, stay woke, stay blessed, stay logical and safe. If you're black, stay black. If you're not, POCs and allies unite. We'll keep you guys posted on new things coming up. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.